So the next speaker is MAD. And MAD standing for Making a Difference. And he's the CEO and founder of MAD Talks, which is a digital talk, podcast, and learning platform. He's also a media professional. He's a futurist, which is very exciting. And please help me welcome him to this stage. Tariq Qureshi.
Dzień dobry. How are you, everybody? How's everybody? We are going into a journey into the future, into the deep future, into the year 2025, and then into the year 2030, and we'll be talking about artificial intelligence. What we'll talk about today is AI, whether we should have AI or not to have AI. And that would be the final question for humanity. And the reason I'm saying that is very, very profound. Because for the first time in the history of humanity, we are creating something that is smarter than us. We are the leaders of the world not because we're the biggest or the strongest or the fastest, but because we are the smartest. So when you think about the future, what do you think are the one or two most important things that will define our future? Think about it. People say technology, of course. People also say blockchain, cloud, big data, correct? Those are the things you feel will impact the future? Of course it will. But actually, my thesis is entirely different. The fundamental thing that will define the future is not blockchain, is not artificial intelligence, it's not cloud, it's not data. What will define the future is trust, is ethics, is values and humanity. It's pointless to have blockchain if you don't have trust. It doesn't matter how much you can develop as far as biotechnology is concerned if you don't have ethics and values. If you don't have empathy, you can't connect. This is the future skill that we need to have, is about humanity, values, and trust. The second thing is that when there is digital intelligence, artificial intelligence, what we need to do as human beings is to develop our brain, our thinking, and our multiple intelligences. So let's look at the good side of AI. We can solve the big challenges of the world. We can talk about poverty, healthcare, education, climate. And if we focus our minds towards this, we can actually take on some of the biggest problems in the world and actually solve them. There are more than 1 billion people in the world without even the very, very basic education and literacy. That can be addressed through AI. We are at the first 1/3 of this chart, where technology changes, the delta is growing between, and is growing at an exponential rate. And when people ask me, can you explain the difference between linear and exponential? And I do it very simply. If I walk up here like this, 30 steps, and each step is 1 meter, how far have I walked? I walked 30 meters, correct? But if I walk 30 dumpling steps, how far have I walked? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. In 30 dumplings, that's exponential. Do you know how far we have walked? We have walked 1,700,000 meters, which is 26 times around the world. That's the difference between linear and exponential. We think linear, our cognitive development is linear, but we're living in an exponential world, and that's the disconnect. So we have to be very, very careful. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what I would like to give back to you, is please go back and think of these values as we look at artificial intelligence and how we engage with artificial intelligence and how we look into the future. Thank you. Thank you very much.